Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Cam Jennings. I want to welcome you to another episode of One Step Away. This is the place where you can get motivation, tips, tactics, and strategies on how to achieve online success. I hope you guys are doing amazing out there, and you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to spend a few of your minutes right here, right now with me, and for that, I am eternally grateful. I'm not alone today. I'm joined by the Inbox Equalizer team, Sid and Jorge. What is up, fellas? Thanks for joining me today, guys.
Hey.
Hello there. How you doing, Cam?
Oh, man, I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I was talking to these guys a few minutes before we got on the call today. We were talking about cryptocurrency, and it's kind of funny. We were talking about cryptocurrency because we were talking about things that we would like to add to our Inbox Equalizer package. You know, if you're signed up for our monthly Inbox Equalizer package, we've actually been adding swipe files, and Sid's been doing new trainings, and we've been adding a lot of things in there. So if you're signed up for our monthly, you'll see some of the stuff we've been adding, but we're strategizing a swipe file package for cryptocurrency. So expect that's going to be coming out right here for June. So you guys have something to look forward to. But today, I wanted to talk to the guys about some questions I get asked a lot about email marketing, and I kind of wanted to get you guys' takes on it because, you know, everybody is a little different. There's more than one right answer for email marketing, so I'm always interested to see what other email marketers have to say about some of these things. Is that cool with you guys if I start asking you some questions?
Shoot.
Yep.
All right, fantastic. All right, so question number one. What is the best day and time to send my emails?
I guess regarding to the last investigations from FBI and so on, it's pretty much at least as far as I know in here I'm talking only in Spain, and I think this can be extrapolated out there. It's Tuesday morning. Is the best moment where you can see a peak in your stats. I don't know if this is really working out there in the US or in India. Maybe maybe Sid can tell something more about that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not very particular about the day. Sorry. The timing makes it very crucial because I see. I mean, like, this is like Eastern time. So Eastern time, somewhere after 12 a.m. till 4 a.m. If you shoot any mail, there'll be a lot of open rates. So you would be asking, like, why is that? Like, in middle of the night, like, people would be waiting to get some mails, right? So the thing is, most of them who are not successful and who want to grow by themselves, I mean, like, who want to grow like financially, they'll be searching all over the internet. They'll be very active. They'll be searching for the answers, like how to grow rich, or like how to I mean, which are the best offers to get quick rich scheme, or like whatever the offer is, like MMO schemes, right? MMO offers, right? So people would be very much in an unrest situation. They'll be awake and they'll be searching for answers. So that's the time, if you shoot an email which is related to MMO niche or like any of your niches, right? So probably that's the time, like, you will have a lot of open rates because they'll be looking for answers and you're giving them ready-made answers. That's what I feel.
That's a really good. Those are good answers, guys. For me, for my list, and I think it's different for every single list. It's a little different depending on your list. And as you kind of mail your list, you kind of start to get a feel for what's working and what's not working, and it's a little different depending on where your list came from and what kind of list it is. Like Sid, you guys noticed that Sid was very specific when he said MMO niche and this kind of thing. So, and Jorge was very specific when he said Spain. So it's very, very much list specific, you guys. You have to test this stuff for yourself. It's going to be what we can say to you. We can give you like a very specific time and a very specific day, and that might not be the best thing for you. So you got to make sure you're kind of test all the days of the week. And I say test a few different times a day. My favorite times to test, 1 a.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Those are like my testing times. 1 a.m., 1 a.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m., 10 p.m. I'm talking about Eastern time here. So those are my testing times. My best time and day, personally, for my list has been Friday at 1 a.m. Like Friday 1 a.m. is my highest converting and my highest opening time. I don't know what it is, man. I've theorized about it a lot of times. Kind of tried to figure out what it is. Maybe it's because it's payday for a lot of people, and they're getting ready. They're feeling good. They got one. Think about it. Friday at 1 a.m. People got one more day of the week left. They got one more day of work. Then they're off for the weekend. Then maybe they can buy something to get them out of this crappy job. This is gonna be the weekend, man. I can feel it. This is gonna be the weekend.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, and maybe it is gonna be the weekend for them. You know, maybe that's for real. You know, a lot of people have been able to make it work. You know, I was able to make it work. So, yeah, that's been my best day and time. Now, what does that mean to other people? Probably nothing. It doesn't really mean anything because everybody just needs to test multiple days. They need to test all the days and a few times for each day. And you do this over a period of time, right? You just kind of like, you do it over a period of time, over multiple promotions, and you just kind of get a feel for what's working the best. So, you know, that's what I'd say to answer that. But okay, now this is right up our alley. How can I make sure my emails don't end up in the spam folder?
Well,
Jorge, you want to start us off, man?
yeah, I think in the as the people that are inside Inbox Equalizer, I'm sending an email every single week with information, how to build your list, how to build a better email, and so on. And I think one of those, I think it's week 3 or week, I don't remember. It's everything in the updates folder and so on. And I send an email talking about exactly about this and how to, because in the training we were talking about take a subject line that is not really with the words that maybe will be spammy and blah, blah, blah. And actually, I put another software that I found later. I don't remember the name. It's email check or something like that. That actually is telling you about the thing that we talked a few weeks before, the DK, IM, and all that technically stuff, and blah, blah, blah. I think it's really, really important to check out that emails because our users are going to find cool information that we're trying every week and so on. So I think it's really worthwhile to take a look. If you have lost any of the emails, it's no problem because you have everything in the updates folder inside the Inbox Equalizer tool. So my best advice for that is just check it out, everything every week, see what's there, because we are still working on that. We want to be this tool to be as big as it can be, and we want to support that. Sid?
Okay, so I think Jorge has covered most of the thing, but I'll just focus on swipes. So I mean, because most of you, I mean, everyone, they do get ready-made swipes from one or the other sources, right? So the problem with swipes and the problem with certain keywords, I'll just explain how it works. Suppose you are adding a keyword, something related to the spammy words, which we are removing in Inbox Equalizer software. But I'm just saying, if you don't use the app and you still end up, you don't know what's happening. You just try out test emails, sending out test emails, at least 3 or 4 test emails before actually firing up your actual list. You can figure out if it's going to promotional folder. Usually it goes to promotional folder sometimes. The issue is that you had to remove certain keywords which are kind of money, profit, commission, or whatever the things. It depends on all your niches. I work basically on MMO, so I'm just speaking on that. And the second thing is if you get ready-made swipes and if you think those swipes are really good and if you use the same swipes, probably already those swipes would have been wandered across all the servers. So I mean Gmail and Yahoo or Microsoft, whoever is taking a look on that, probably they know like this is being spammed a lot with the same swipes, and if you use the same swipes, it'll eventually go to spam folder even if it's very clean. So you just need to make your own swipes. Maybe you can take a little bit of inspiration based on the good swipes, but you have to write your own.
Yeah, those are great answers, guys. You know, and these guys are assuming that you guys have all already picked up Inbox Equalizer. But what they don't realize is, hey, you guys are all degenerates and cheapskates, and I know that you haven't picked up the software yet. So some of you haven't. Some of you haven't, unfortunately. Listen, Inbox Equalizer is a game changer, you guys. You think you got good subject lines, you think you got good emails. The exact trigger words that Sid is talking about, Inbox Equalizer can teach you what they are, right? It's crazy. You can take your emails, you can put them in this software, and it will actually show you, hey, this is a trigger word. Hey, this is a trigger word. I mean, sometimes it's as simple as changing a word from click here to check this out or something like that. Sometimes it's just simple phrasing, right? Now, of course, Inbox Equalizer will do that for you at the push of a button. It'll change it and fix it for you. Or you can get creative and find your own ways to fix it. But the point is, what I love about this software is it actually will teach you. It'll teach you what's wrong with your email and what is really some of the problem why it's ending up in the promotions tab. So it's a great software, and I think right now we have it on a 7-day trial for $2. And if you like it, guess what? You can get it for $27. All you got to do is just not cancel it. Do the 2-week trial at $2, or I'm sorry, do the 7-day trial at $2, and then just let it roll. Pay the $27. And it's a one-time fee, and you got it for life. So, it's a really helpful tool. There's really no reason why anyone should not have this software. But other than that little cheap promotion aside there, I will say that, you guys out there trying to send these emails, you might not realize this, but you're being graded. You're being graded by these EMSs. You're building a reputation with them. They're keeping a report card on you as an email marketer. And, the more people that ignore your emails, like the more likely they're going to put you in promotions tab. So there's a couple things you can do to combat that. A couple things you can do to combat that. One of them is making sure you're keeping your reputation up as an email marketer. And the way you can do that is you can inject some value right there in the inbox. You can just inject some value right there in the inbox. Don't send them anywhere. Just give them something right there in the inbox, something valuable. Talk to them about something cool, educate them a little bit of entertainment value. Don't do it all the time, but you don't have to do it all the time. But, just that value in the inbox itself can go a lot towards, raising your reputation with your subscribers, kind of keeping them guessing what you're going to send them. And that'll make them open your emails. If they don't know what you're going to be sending them, that'll keep them open your emails. It's a little different with cold traffic than it is with warm traffic. When you got warm traffic, these tactics I'm talking about work. When you got cold traffic who don't know you, they don't like you, they don't care about you, these tactics, they don't always work as good. And what you got to do, two things. You got to work on warming that traffic up a little bit, work on warming that email list up a little bit. But the other thing is you have to brutally clean your list, like very frequently. Frequently, you're cleaning it on an effort to, keep the list just people who actually open your emails. It's all in an effort just to keep your reputation up with the EMSs out there. So I hope that answers you guys' question on that. Let me move on, guys. Let me move on. Should I segment my email lists? And how should I segment my email lists? What do you guys think? Sid?
Wow, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah. I had a good experience with segmentation. So I'll just give you my 2 cents review on that, because I had different lists. I never tried with segments before. I had different lists, like people who are quite responsive, who are not responsive, and maybe like they would have responded. I mean, they would have opened a mail once in a month or so, something like that, like different types of lists. But I didn't know like how to do segmentation before. What happened was like when I was sending this list, right? I don't know how it works, but this is my guess. So in GetResponse, like these lists, if I select all these lists and I'll just fire them, probably it'll just go like all the emails at once. And if you segment them, probably it will go based on the segmentation you did. Like it will send one segment at once and other segment at another time, something like that. I'm not sure, but it works out really good because the open rates are good, and you can have better control on the people. Like if they are opening up really, I mean, like very frequently, probably like they are into certain segments. If they are not opening, we are in the other segment. So that like if the open rates are good on your list, it will go to their inbox usually. Otherwise, if the open rates are really bad, probably it never reaches even inbox, even if your mail is good. So I think segmentation is really good. I can make a video on this and post it up, like because
Awesome.
this is really good. I think that, I mean, like I'm not remembering a lot of things right now, but segmentation is really good. You don't have much videos online to see this thing, so that's the bad thing. But it works. Segmentation is really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I did segmentation for I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, about for cleaning the list. I'm just sending, for example, a 1,000 list, and first segmentation is the one that has opened that email, and these are out of that list. So the segment is still with the people that never opened anything. So in 2 days, it's sending only to that segment, not bothering the people that actually open and say, okay, I'm alive. I'm not just bombing these people again, because they kind of say, okay, forget about me, mate. I just opened the first one, forget about me. So it's just in a matter of a week, you can clean your list in segmentation. It's actually, I did a video about that, explaining how to do that. It's also in the updates, and so you can check it out and just clean your list. I really recommend at least once a month. I know it's kind of boring and so on, because you're pretty much working to lose people, but actually this is not real people because they are not opening anything. So you're pretty much do the housekeeping pretty much. So you have to bear in mind that this is for the best for you. You keep your rates going up and so on. So GetResponse on Aweber or whatever you're using are not saying, okay, you're sending emails and your open rate is 0.5. Okay, you're sending crap pretty much. But if you did the housekeeping, and you can be into 20 or 30%, okay, it's no problem for them. They are keeping their IPs of launching emails really clean, and everything is done and set for you.
Nice. Yeah, those are great answers, you guys. Segmenting is such a funny thing. Like, I remember when I first started doing email marketing, like, man, I would segment everything. Like, I would have like so crazy. Like, I would have like a different list for every single product that I put out, and then I would have another different list for like the upsell of every product. So like I'd know who bought which product and who bought the upsell, and it was just really segmented. I mean, I had like 100 lists, 200 lists. It was nuts. Like, and then I kind of started like kind of toning it down, and I just did front end products, and I didn't do like the upsell product lists, and because I figured out, this is redundant. Like it's unnecessary. Maybe if you have a really high ticket program and you want to separate the people who buy the high ticket stuff, that's one thing, but you don't need different segments for every single upsell. It's ridiculous. And then as the years go by, now, like, where am I at now when it comes to segmentation? Like, for me, it's like I want to separate the buyers from the people who just got something for free, right? That's really mostly all I care about when it comes to who's on my list. When it comes to the segmenting of like how often are people opening, Like that's kind of a different. That's a little bit different. I don't segment like permanently on stuff like that. I just kind of like clean my list usually once a month. I'll clean it, and I think it was a game changer for me to just have one buyer's list. You know what I mean? It was a game changer because I used to send out that first email, like let's say I released product A, right? That first email will direct them to like a sales page, or not a sales page, but a download page. It'll direct them to like a link to the download page for product A. So like I couldn't figure out like how I could not make another list. Like I had to segment because the email needs to be different for every single product. It needs to be different. So what I kind of figured out was, well, forget all that. Why don't I just give them some generic instructions on how to access their product, because it was relatively the same way for every product. The URL might be different, but it was relatively the same way. So once I made that first email generic, just gave them general instructions on how to access their product, where to go generally to access their product. Now I can put everybody on the same buyer's list, and this is really nice. So I didn't have to segment as much. What I found is in the MMO niche, I don't need to segment on products. Like if they are a buyer, they're interested in most of the things in the MMO niche. And in my experience, they, like for instance, I know Sid and his team, they're getting ready to put out a really interesting product on Twitter, about Twitter. Is it okay if I say anything about that, Sid? I don't want to like let the cat out of the bag.
You can, Cam.
Yeah, it's a really cool product about Twitter. And like what I found is like, the people who are in the make money online space, this is a space where, people are interested in trying to figure out how to start an online business, to figure out how to make some money on the internet. And it's okay if it's about Twitter. It's okay if it's about Amazon. It's okay if it's about Facebook, or if it's about email. It's okay if the end result is you're showing me how to put money in my bank account. Like that's the common denominator that all those people have. So for me, it's okay to put them all on the same list, and it's worked really well for me as long as the list is staying pretty clean. But I think with segmentation, generally, it's about that happy balance of being effective with it, but not going crazy with it to where it's a nightmare and you're losing sales because you're not sending an email to this segment because you don't think they care about this thing, but really you're like outsmarting yourself because some of them might care about this thing. You know what I mean? It's almost like, look, it's like fruit, man. It's like, oh man, okay, I got a list of people who love grapes, and oh man, I got a list of people who love bananas, and I got a list of people who love apples. Oh, we're having a sale on bananas this month? Let me send an email to the list of people who love bananas. Oh, well, guess what? Some of those people who like grapes, they also like bananas. So they might be interested in the sale on bananas too. But you didn't get those people because you're outsmarting yourself by not sending an email to them. Yeah. So that's what I think the danger is with segmentation. So I think it's, it's good to have some segmentation when it makes sense. I think obviously you need to separate your buyers from your non-buyers. But let me ask you guys this. Let's say you're running a promotion and you got a group of buyers and you got a group of non-buyers. Are you sending the promotion out to both lists, or are you just going to send it out to the buyers? I'm sending it out to both lists. I'm sending the promotion out to everybody. So it's a really interesting thing with segmentation. I think it's valuable, but I think you can overkill on it. So yeah, that's what I would say. So, cool. Anyways, those are some really good answers, guys. I'm learning things just by listening to you guys talk about this stuff. So it's really cool. Okay, so here's a question for you guys. How do I write a good subject line?
Well, once again, we're talking about.
I know the answer to this one.
Yeah. Of course, in Inbox Equalizer, you have a lot of. I think it's 1,000, and if you are in the first level, you have 1,800, I guess. And the thing is, this is pretty much like a gambling because you press the button and it's showing up a lot of because I think the idea is showing you stuff. So maybe you can, okay, my mind is in blank, I don't have any idea today. Let's click a little bit to see pop, 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 and the subject lines are popping up, and suddenly you see you resonate, some subject line resonates with you. Okay, that this is what I want to tell. And of course, you don't have to use it as is. You can just change it and tweak it and put an emoji and so on. So it's for me, sometimes Inbox Equalizer in that is the essence of avoiding the white paper. So I don't know, because I'm sending, I don't know, 4 emails a week, and I don't really know, okay, let's do the work to Inbox Equalizer to see how come something good. And I assure you that in less than 10, 15 seconds, you are going to find something that you love. That's my advice.
Yeah, it's right on, dude. That's for sure. What do you think, Sid?
Yeah, I mean, like it comes back to Inbox Equalizer, like as Jorge says, right? Like if you have no idea, you can start with that. What I see is like not, I mean, like we can generate subject lines, that's true, but there is a point where you got to connect with your buyers as we move on, right? Maybe if it's a new list, probably like these subject lines works really good, and that's a starting point. If you're a newbie, like these are really essential things which you don't know what to write, right? You just say like, hey, good morning. No, I mean, like nothing like, or you want to make money online, something like that. It just directly goes to the spam. So yeah, Inbox Equalizer is a stepping stone for you. Probably like once you start using those subject lines, and later on you have to see your list if they are like shiny object buyers or like reasonable buyers. If they are reasonable buyers, probably you have to connect more in a personal way and say like this, whatever you are selling, you can just give a review, or like you say like you have used or something, say something about the product. So that's like a reasonable list where they think about what you are saying and they trust upon you. And if they are like shiny buyers where you get the list from solo ad vendors or something like that, probably they don't even know who you are. They just want to see your offer. So for them, like maybe like they just want to open the mail and they want to click on that. They don't read anything. They just want to see the offer, what you're offering me to make money quick, right? So like based on your list, that's what it comes up again to. Based on your list, you have to see, you have to experiment, and then you have to use these subject lines.
Yeah, that's a good answer, man. And you guys notice Sid was talking about some of this cold traffic. They don't really care about, what your email says. They just open it up and see what you're offering. They don't care about what you have to say that much. And I found that to be true too lately with solo ads. That it doesn't matter. It's sometimes just keep the subject line very, very closely related to whatever the offer is. It doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be witty or amazing. With the solo ad traffic, it seems like your first job is to get by the promotions tab, and then your second job is just to make sure you're clear about what the offer is you're offering. Like you could even like kind of borrow from the headline of the sales page for the product you're promoting, like whatever the headline of that sales page is, that can kind of convert into a decent subject line. When you got warmer traffic, you can get more creative with the subject lines and do better. I know like my highest converting subject line to this day is still like, check out what I just bought, ... Like, check out what I just bought, ... Like, that's my highest converting subject line. How is that even possible?
I still remember, Cam, like you gave me a subject line like 7 years into the relationship. This is what happened. Like, I don't know, that had like 15 to 16% open rate. Like people want to know what's happening in your life, right?
Yeah, man, they want to know what's up, man. Hey, like everybody wants to see, everybody wants to see what's under the box. Everybody wants to see what the next thing is. I used to say, man, people go to the race to see the car crashes, so so if you insinuate that something bad is getting ready to happen, then everyone's going to open that email, like, oh, I got to see what happened, So I don't know. It's interesting. There's a few ways. I think with subject lines, there's no just like one right answer. There's a few right answers, and it comes back to like what we were talking about earlier. It's really about testing. Like you got to kind of try different things. You experiment with a few different things and take note of what is working for you when it comes to subject lines. Don't just go like one style because, you know, someone says that or whatever. Try that style and then try a different style. I knew this one guy, he was having a lot of luck with these like fictional emails. Like he would actually change like you know how in your email it says it's from this person. Like he would change that to like from the future, like his name, let's say his name was Fred Smith or whatever. Like he'd change that from Fred Smith to he changed it to like from the future Fred Smith or whatever. And like the email would be about it would be him talking back to himself to the past. Like it was really weird. It was like some fictional type stuff. And, you know, yeah, this is Fred Smith from the future. It was important that I write this email to you right away because you're getting ready to make the biggest mistake of your life. Boom, 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 boom. And then it goes like on and it ends up being like, yeah, you need to pick this up right now. Boom, boom, boom. And like, it was entertaining though. You know what I mean? It was an entertaining email, but it was kind of fictional and that worked really well for him. I think like, you know, yeah, it's interesting the way people do things with subject lines and with their email marketing in general. And it just kind of comes back to testing, right? You just see what's effective because it's really about impact. How can I get the attention of these people? How can I get them to care about what I have to say? Like, boom. And whatever that is, whether that's just being direct about offers, whether that's, you know, taking them on crazy fictional stories or, you know, telling them about your last 3 marriages that crashed and burned or whatever it is, man, whatever it is to create impact and to get them interested in what you have to say. That's the right answer. And I think it's a little different for everybody. You just got to test it. Right. Look, I guess is that enough questions, guys? Are you guys tired of hearing me drone on and like, are we done answering questions? All right, cool. Yeah, man. Hey, maybe we'll answer some more questions next time. You know, it's always awesome catching up with Inbox Equalizer team. I love talking to you guys. You're so knowledgeable about email marketing, and I really love catching up with other people who are like kind of students of the game of email marketing like myself. So guys, thanks so much for being on the show today, and I can't wait to catch up with you guys again next month to see how some of you guys' product launches have done and see what's been going on. So I guess that's it. That's a wrap. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.
Okay, bye, Cam. Bye, see you. Thanks.
Bye.
Guys, and I just want to remind you, you know, when you hear us talking about adding swipe files and adding trainings, Sid was talking about adding trainings. When you hear about that stuff, man, I'm talking about the Inbox Equalizer Producer Edition, okay? So when you buy Inbox Equalizer, it's amazing. It's going to help you. However, there is an upsell, and it's just for a small amount of money every single month. And it's basically just for us to keep maintenance up on the software. But for that's Producer Edition. And for that, man, you get amazing stuff, right? You get new swipe files added every single month. We're getting ready to add stuff on cryptocurrency, new trainings. Sid's getting ready to add some new trainings in there. And, you know, it's just awesome, guys. So be sure to check it out. And we'll drop a link around here somewhere to that. And, yeah, that's it. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, everybody.
Bye.